The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Davis County Baseball on New Country 104.3 KRKN. Now, let's head down to the field with the voice of the Davis County Mustangs, Alice Kojo.
Breakfast in Baseball is here once again in Bloomfield. Welcome to the Mustang Sports Complex, and we are about to have a day full of baseball here in Bloomfield, where the first game of the Davis County Varsity Classic will pit the Moravia Mohawks against the Davis County Mustangs. Pleasure to have you with us on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. I'm Alice Kojo. I am joined by Annie Argo, who is our on-site producer, and Cal Smith back at our studios in Ottumwa. So if you're listening on New Country 104.3 KRKN or taking in the online stream on the Atomo Radio Group, Facebook, and YouTube pages, we appreciate you joining us on this Saturday. Obviously, the Davis County Varsity Classic is held on the final week or the final Saturday of May. Normally that happens to be Memorial Day weekend, but because of the calendar, the way it's situated, we've already had Memorial Day weekend, so it is on the weekend after. So, how about we get to the starting lineups? Cale Moore is pitching. He bats second. Batting third and catching is Declan DeYoung. Blake Helmick is at first base batting cleanup. Chase Haynes is a left fielder batting fifth. Batting sixth and at shortstop is Kason Woodward. Xander Martin's in right field batting seventh. Batting eighth and in center field is Elias Bronson. Luke Long is at second base batting ninth. Again for Moravia, McDaniel at third, Morris pitching, DeYoung is the catcher, Helmick at first, Haynes is a left fielder, Woodward at short, Martin at right, Bronson at center, Luke Long is the second baseman. For Davis County, Peyton Schooley leads off, he's at second base, Dexter Scott is shortstop batting second, Presley Cantrell is at third base, and he's batting third at first base. Max Taylor is the catcher batting cleanup. Brett Prevo is in right field batting fifth. Batting sixth in left field, Josh Settles. Noah Sizemore is at third base batting seventh. Batting eighth, and the pitcher for the opener is Houston Schooley. And Duke Scott's in center field batting ninth. Let's step away for the national anthem, and when we come back, the first pitch between Davis County and Moravia coming up on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Houston Schooley on top of the mound, getting set to start the opening game of the Davis County Varsity Classic and what will be a awesome day of baseball here at the Mustang Sports Complex. Davis County versus Moravia in the opener, Van Buren County versus Fairfield in Game 2. The losers of those two matchups will play in Game 3, and then the winners of those two matchups will play the championship game in Game 4 late this afternoon in the early evening. You can check out the Van Buren County Fairfield game on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube page, as Sham Moken will be here to call all the action on the Van Buren County side. And then after that, we'll see. It's one of those days where you just don't know where your team will be playing after they open up in the tournament. So Houston Schooley finishes up his warm-up tosses. Davis County looking to stop a 4-game losing streak. They come in with a 2-4 record. Moravia, 2-1, look like a solid team with wins over Fairfield as well as Melcher Dallas. Their last time out, 12-0 winners over Melcher Dallas, as the final warm-up toss is thrown by Houston Schooley. Max Taylor sends it to second base. And striding to the plate to start things off is Grantland McDaniel, Moravia's third baseman. Moravia wearing their blue jersey tops with the gray pants. Mohawks written in capital letters across the chest with white numbers and numerals, or white numbers and letters. And the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball taken high for ball one. First pitch thrown at 10:01. Schooley winds, and the second pitch of the ball game is a little flare in the right field, and that drops for a base hit. Prevost, the right fielder, catches it on the hop and sends it back into the infield, but a leadoff single for Grantland McDaniel. That brings up Cale Moore, Moravia's starting pitcher for this opening matchup. Schooley already pitching from the stretch. First pitch to Moore is fouled back. Josh settles in left field for Davis County. Duke Scott's in center with Prevost in right field. Noah Sizemore is at third base. Dexter Scott's at short. Peyton Schooley's the second baseman, and Presley Cantrell is holding Grantland McDaniel currently at first. And there's a throw to first, and McDaniel's back safely. Max Taylor, freshman catcher behind the plate. And Houston Schooley, who was fantastic in Davis County season opener back on last Wednesday against Keokuk, is on the mound. Early trouble here, however. A leadoff single. And he guides a strike into Cale Moore, and Moore is down 0-2. Schooley straightens up. Another throw to first, which forces McDaniel to slide back to the bag. Quick turnaround for Davis County, playing here after having a doubleheader last night, so less than 12 hours after the conclusion of that doubleheader. They're back at it here today. That pitch is in the dirt. Moore doesn't chase it, and the count is 1-2. Schooley's next delivery is low and outside. Just missed. And the count now is 2-2. Taylor tried to frame it on the outside corner to the right-handed hitting Moore, but to no avail. Two-two pitch. That's also outside. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Runner at first, nobody out. Just getting started here in Bloomfield. We'll see if head coach Phil Helmick decides to send McDaniel from first. Payoff pitch coming to Moore. McDaniel does not go and is bounced up the middle. Schooley, second baseman, shovels the second for one. The throw to first is wide of Cantrell. It goes to the fence, so Moore will make the turn and head to second. So Moore is safe at first on the fielder's choice. McDaniel's out at second for the first out of the inning. And then a throwing error on Peyton Schooley, the second baseman, sends Moore into scoring position with one out. And we will have a courtesy runner come in for the pitcher Moore. And we'll see who pops out of the dugout for Moravia. Looks like that's number 19, and that is Blake Ewing, who will run for Moore. Meanwhile, Declan DeYoung is at the plate. DeYoung, a right-handed hitting catcher. First pitch breaking ball. Okay, that's a high strike. Given the strike zone we saw yesterday, Bill Anderson, the home plate umpire, looks like he favors the higher strike. Schooley's 0-1. Curveball. That's too high even for the liking of Anderson. That was letter high. 1 ball, 1 strike to DeYoung, who looks over at his coach, Phil Helmick, in the third base box. Now steps back into the right-hander's box. The 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Schooley going slower and slowest. A lot of off-speed breaking balls from Schooley here in the first inning. Houston comes set. And now the 1-2 pitch. Another curveball that's lifted into the air. Duke Scott tracking it. It goes over his head towards the center field wall. Stopping at third is Moore because he stumbled and fell before he got to the third base bag. So a break for Davis County. That's a double for DeYoung. And it should be 1-0 Moravia, but Moore, I guess, begging pardon, not Moore, but that's Blake Ewing, his courtesy runner. Looks like the turf monster got him. Now he's tying his shoes. That'd be something if he tripped over his own shoelaces. That would be good. So a double for DeYoung. Moravia with an early threat here in the first inning. Second and third with 1 out. Blake Helmick is the batter. The middle of the infield is playing back. Sizemore, the third baseman, and Presley Cantor are playing it on the grass. First pitch outside, ball 1. McDaniel led off the game with a base hit. Moore grounded into a fielder's choice and advanced to second on an error. And DeYoung doubled to have runners at second and third. Schooley visibly slumping his shoulders as that fastball misses the outside corner to make it 2-0. Next pitch from Schooley is cut on and missed. Looked like a changeup that Helmick swung through. Helmick is a large, imposing first baseman standing in the right-hander's box. 2-1 pitch, fouled back. Schooley could use a strikeout in this situation. He struck out 8 in 4 innings in an opening day victory over Keokuk last Wednesday. He pitched 4 scoreless, allowing just 1 hit. Breaking ball misses low, and the count is full. Chase Haynes waits on deck for Moravia, looking to break out early against Davis County here in the opening game of Davis County Varsity Classic. The payoff pitch misses outside, and the bases are loaded. So a walk, loads the bases. Nowhere to put Chase Haynes, although the double play now is in order. And here's an early opportunity for the sophomore. Haynes looks at a strike on the outside corner. Schooley in the windup, 0-1 pitch, grounded up the middle. Scott shovels the second for one, to throw to first. In time, a double play, and Davis County gets out of the jam. Moravia loads the bases, but they do not score after the 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Moravia nothing. Davis County coming up on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein Soybeans and local Davis Seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustang!
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Moravia loaded the bases in the top of the first, but a double play turned by Davis County denied them any runs. Now it's the Mustangs' turn here in the opening game of the Davis County Varsity Classic, and early momentum for the Mustangs. Can they keep it going and break out in front early against Moravia? They'll be going up against a sophomore right-hander in Cale Moore. And Peyton Schooley now strides to the plate. In Lights Nights doubleheader, Schooley just reached base one time in 8 at-bats. It was a leadoff walk in game 1, and that was it for the freshman. But he's back in the leadoff spot tonight, or this morning, and he takes a strike from Cale Moore. Here's the one in the 0-1, and another strike. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Schooley. Moore delivers. A little flare out to center. And tracking it and making the catch is Bronson for the first out. So fly out to center. Starts things off for Davis County here in the bottom of the first. No score. Base is empty, and here's Dexter Scott. First pitch is low for ball 1. Moore winds and delivers. That's inside, 2-0. Scott was hitless in last night's doubleheader with a walk. 0 for 7 with a walk, and he swings and misses at that next offering to make it 2-1. McDaniel's next pitch, low and away. 3-1 now to Dexter Scott with Presley Cantrell waiting on deck. More deals, low and away, and it's a one-out walk to Scott. Now coming to the plate is Presley Cantrell. Here's a stat in case you're interested. Last time Davis County had a lead in a game, game 1 of the doubleheader versus Cardinal back on Tuesday. There's a high strike to Cantrell. They broke out 2-0 back on Tuesday in game 1 in the first inning. Cardinal immediately responded with 5 runs in the bottom of the first, and Davis County has not led in a game since. That spans 4 games. A little flare towards second. It's caught by the second baseman Long, and he doubles off Scott, and that ends the inning. Scott with caught between a rock and a hard place, and he gets doubled up on a little pop-up to second. And just like that, the first inning is over. We will head to the second. No score between Moravia and Davis County on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Speed Internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
No score as we play in the top of the second. Both Moravia and Davis County saw their innings end via double play. A 6-4-3 double play with the bases loaded for Moravia, and a little pop-up to second, which doubled off Dexter Scott in the first inning for Davis County. So Houston Schooley back on top of the bump, and it is Kaysen Woodward who will greet him to start off the top of the second. And Schooley deals in a belt-high strike to Woodward. The 0-1 inside. Woodward had to scoot out of the way in order to avoid getting hit. Next pitch is lifted foul right behind us to the press box. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Woodward, leading off the second. And the 1-2 pitch, that's lifted foul to the third base side. That gets over the fence and out of play. Moravia with victories over Fairfield and Melcher Dallas. Actually, they played last night. that 12-0 win over Melcher Dallas. There's a grounder to first, and that is a foul ball. Cantrell gloved it as he was going into foul territory behind the bag, but the field umpire John Tharp was right there to call it foul. And so this at-bat continues. Woodward down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schooley has not struck out a batter yet this morning. That pitch is high and away, 2-2. Schooley pairing in over his glove to his catcher Taylor. Winds, and here comes a break-even pitch. High in the air, shallow left field, I should say, and nice play by the third baseman Sizemore, over the shoulder style, making the catch. Good hustle by the freshman. And so a pop out to, we'll call that a fly out to third. And that's the first out of the inning. That is the type of play that keeps you in winning contention in a game. And that pitch is low for ball 1 to the next batter, Xander Martin. Can you make the routine play, and can you make an excellent play to help out your pitcher? Davis County's already turned a double play, and now that nice over-the-shoulder catch by the third baseman Sizemore here in the early going. 2-0 to count to Xander Martin. And a pitch, high and in. And the count now is 3-0. Schooley deals, low and away, I should say, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Martin. Second walk allowed by Schooley. Max Taylor comes out to talk to his pitcher. Elias Bronson is the batter for Moravia. Left-handed hitting freshman. And considering that he just went to go talk to his head coach Phil Helmick, you might think a bunt is in order. He swings away and rifles that right back to Scott at short. He steps on second for 1 to throw to first. That is another double play to end the inning. 6-3. Scott does it himself. And after 1.5, it's Moravia nothing, Davis County nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We're in the bottom of the second, opening game of the Davis County Varsity Classic. No score between Moravia and Davis County. Cale Moore, who only pitched 10 pitches in that first inning to get through the first 3 hitters of Davis County. He was helped out by a little pop-up that turned into a double play to end the inning. So he'll face the heart of the order, starting with Max Taylor, who has been one of the bigger contributors offensively for Davis County here in the early stages of the season. Sounds like we've had a substitution as Blake Ewing has been put into the 8th spot. Is that what I heard? Okay. So he replaces Elias Bronson. First pitch to Max Taylor is a belt high strike. Taylor batted 5th in the doubleheader yesterday. He's been moved up to the cleanup spot. That's partially, I would guess, because of that 3-hit game that he enjoyed in the nightcap against Centerville last night, as that pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch, low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Out of all the freshmen, seems like Taylor's the most trusted bat at this point, and that's a pop-up, short right field. Coming in and making the catch is Xander Martin. Taylor flies out the right to start off the Davis County second. One out, bases empty, bottom of the second. And here is Brett Prevost, the ever-dependable, now right fielder, at least in today's game. That's fouled back. Prevost, as I told you before, a Swiss Army knife. Head coach Todd White plays him everywhere. So far this season, we've seen him in right field, shortstop, second base, and third base. The 0-1. Ooh, a low strike called there on Prevost as he scooted out of the way. Thought he was going to get hit in the front leg. Instead, now he's down 0-2. Moore winds and delivers, and that's popped up in the foul territory. Helmick, the first baseman, has room, and he could not make the catch. He reached over the fence. It looked like it was in his glove. Oh, he did make the catch. No, he did not. Okay. It popped out of his glove as his left hand hit the fence as he was reaching over to try to make the catch. So the count remains. And Moore's next pitch is a soft line drive into center, and that finds some grass for a base hit. First hit for Davis County here this morning. So yeah, I appreciate it when Prevost makes me look good. I call him the ever-dependable. He gets a hit. He's on base for Josh Settles. Settles has been hitting the ball harder as of late. Case in point last night, a 2-run triple over the right fielder's head. As Davis County attempted a rally, they ended up falling to Centerville 11-6 in that nightcap. Strike on the inside corner from Moore. Settles batted second in the first 2 games for Davis County, and actually the first 4 games, I should say. He got dropped to the 6th spot in last night's doubleheader, and that's where he is this morning. Ground ball to the left side, deep in the hole at short. Woodward will just eat it. No play for Woodward, an infield single for Settles, and Davis County has something cooking here in the bottom of the second, first and second, with 1 out. And here's Noah Sizemore. First pitch to Sizemore, and there's a strike on the inside part of the plate. Sizemore, freshman third baseman, made a nice play in the field in the last half inning. Nice over-the-shoulder catch as he was going into left field. The 0-1, that's high, and Sizemore ducks out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike. Prevost is the runner at second. Settles takes his lead from first. Neither runner is being held as Moravia is playing back, looking to turn a double play. The 1-1. Fastball missing outside. Moore only pitched in the season opener against Sheridan, and he took the loss. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. fouled off at the plate by Sizemore. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moore pitched 3 innings in that game, allowing 5 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 3 in 3 innings while striking out 3. Doesn't have a strikeout here as of yet, but he has Sizemore set up at 2-2. The pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Sizemore goes down looking for the second out. So it'll be up to Houston Schooley to help his own cause. Schooley's been alternating between wearing white gloves and pink gloves. He wore pink gloves in the nightcap after going hitless in the opener last night. Had an RBI single and an RBI fielder's choice, so maybe he should stick with the pink gloves. Batting left-handed, first pitch swinging, a slow roller to short. Long scoops it, and just a little forward shovel to first, retires Schooley, and the threat is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We'll head to the 3rd inning here at the Davis County Varsity Classic. No score between the Mustangs and Moravia on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
The small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree, and our state-of-the-art facilities offer latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Oh, I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Davis County and Moravia are scoreless as we play here in the top of the 3rd. Mustangs looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. It's not been the best of weeks for Davis County, losing a pair of doubleheaders, first at Cardinal on Tuesday, and then last night here at home against Centerville. Looking to get back on the winning side of things against Moravia. And leading things off for the Mohawks is the second baseman, Luke Long. Houston Schooley winds, and the first pitch is taken high for ball 1. Long is a junior, batting right-handed. The 1-0. Waist-high strike called by home plate umpire Bill Anderson. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses outside. Whew, not by much, I'm assuming. Schooley again, slumping his shoulders as he receives the ball back from his catcher Taylor. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's up and away, 3-1. Schooley's one of those players, there's really no mystery on how he feels. You'll see it on his face, you'll see it in his body language for sure. And the 3-1 pitch is low and in, and a leadoff walk to Long. That will take us back to the top of the order, and Grantland McDaniel, who started off the game with a single. He ended up getting forced out at second. Both of Moravia's previous 2 innings have ended via the double play. McDaniel swings at the first pitch and lifts it high in the air out to left. Going back, it settles, tracking it, and he can't make the catch. Rounding, coming into third, and he is safe. Ooh, safe at third is Long. I thought the relay throw beat him to the bag, but John Tharp, the field umpire, calls Long safe. So we're calling that an error. on Settles, the left fielder. And now Moravia has runners at second and third, nobody out. And their dangerous hitters starting or coming up, starting with Cale Moore. Now head coach Todd White comes out. I think he wants to have some words with John Thorpe. I thought from here that he was out. And Todd White is talking now with both umpires as Bill Anderson comes in to join in the conversation. No score between Davis County and Moravia as we play in the top of the third. Mohawks threatening to break the seal. First error of the game just committed by Josh Settles as he couldn't catch that fly ball in left field. And that turned out to be the issue for Davis County in game 2 of the doubleheader last night against Centerville. 6 errors on the Mustangs in that nightcap. So head coach Todd White comes out, is going back to the third base dugout. And they call him out. They changed the call. So Luke Long is out at third, and it looked like the correct call from my vantage point up here. We're in the press box on the third base side. Had a good look at it. It looked like the throw beat him. Tharp called him safe, but Tharp was behind the play. Bill Anderson, the home plate umpire, had a better look. Todd White appealed. And so now there is one out with a runner at second. First pitch is lined down the left field line. That is a fair ball, and that will be our first run of the ball game as coming in to score is McDaniel to make it 1-0 Moravia. So instead of that being a 2-run single, and it turns out to be an RBI single for Moore. And that brings up Declan DeYoung. He doubled his first time up. Moravia's had some tough luck on the base pass so far in this ball game. Long got thrown out at third base after that fly ball was mishandled by Settles and left. DeYoung should have an RBI double, as that's popped up foul to the right field side that gets over the fence for strike one. But instead of having an RBI double, Blake Ewing, who was the courtesy runner for Cale Moore, he stumbled as he was heading to third, face planted before he got to the bag, and was forced to stay at third base. That turned out to be a big play as later Chase Haynes grounded into a double play and Moravia was denied back in the first. Popped up, foul territory, and that is well over the fence. That makes the count 0-2 to DeYoung. But Moravia now on the board, 1-0, thanks to an RBI single by Moore. Ewing was his courtesy runner in the first inning. Moore's running for himself here in inning number 3. 1 out in the inning, 0-2 pitch, liner into right field. Prevost scoops it up, and he tried to throw out. He wanted to throw out Moore at second, but he couldn't quite handle it. Moore is safely at second. Base hit for DeYoung. And here's the cleanup hitter, Blake Helmick. Helmick walked his first time out back in the first. Runners at first and second now from Moravia, 1 out. They lead 1-0 here in the third. Line drive, and that's going to fall in front of Settles for a base hit. Moore's getting waved around and then stopped at third base, so that loads the bases for Chase Haynes. So another bases loaded situation for Haynes. 3 straight singles have loaded the bases for the Mohawks. Head coach Todd White calls timeout. And he wants to have a conversation with Houston Schooley and the rest of his infield. This is a very aggressively hitting Moravia team here in the early going. A lot of early pitch swinging by the Mohawks. They already have 5 hits in this ball game. Schooley has walked 3 batters as well. In some respects, he's lucky that the score is only 1-0 at this point. But a key spot here, as Moravia has a chance to put up a crooked number here in the third. Chase Haynes grounded into a double play his last time up with the bases loaded to end the first inning. Schooley pitching from the windup. First pitch fouled back. The 0-1. That's popped up on the infield. Infield fly is called. And Cantrell makes the catch anyway for the second out. So a pop-up on the infield. A huge out number 2. And now Schooley has just Case and Woodward to retire to limit Moravia to just 1 run. In some respects, he'd be rather fortunate if he allowed just the 1 run, given what's happened in this inning. Curveball taken belt high for a strike. Woodward flew out his last time up. There's a bouncing ball to Scott. He can't handle it. Everybody is safe. Rounding third and coming home for the second run of the play is DeYoung, and a 2-run error by Dexter Scott, the shortstop, makes it 3-0 Moravia. A routine ground ball that Scott could not handle. Second error of the inning. And Moravia indeed gets their crooked number. Runner goes from first. Actually, both runners go. And safe at third is Helmick. Xander Martin is the batter. That was ball 1 called on Martin. That was a good spot to try a double steal there. I'll tell you why after this pitch. Well, I might have to tell you after this inning. As that's popped up, Cantrell, the first baseman, in his tracks, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But Moravia does score 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors in the inning, and 2 men left on. As we head to the bottom of the third, it's now Moravia 3, Davis County nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Moravia 3, Davis County nothing is our score. Mustangs batting in the bottom of the third. Moravia with 3 unearned runs in that third inning, courtesy of 2 Mustang errors. I promised to tell you about why that double steal by Moravia after that error by Scott, which scored 2 runs, it was such a good play. It was 2 outs, the bases were loaded. Routine ground ball to short, that ended up being an error. So a deflating play for the Mustangs. That leaves runners at first and second. And on the very first pitch, when everybody feels a little despondent, a little bit down, that's a good place to do a double steal. That's exactly what Phil Helmick did. As Dexter Scott leads things off, and beg your pardon, Duke Scott leads things off here in the bottom of the third, and he takes ball 1. Strike over the heart of the plate to Scott. His first at-bat of the morning. And Scott swings through a changeup. Oof. Devastating changeup by Moore, as Scott was way out in front. And the count is 1-2. Now a fastball taken for strike 3, and Scott just throws his hands up in the air and strides back to the dugout. Three runs, 5 hits, no errors for Moravia. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Davis County as we play here in the bottom of the third. Here's Peyton Schooley. Fastball inside, ball 1. Schooley flew out to center his first time up. The 1-0. Fastball delivered for a strike by Moore. One ball, 1 strike to Schooley. And the freshman takes a strike on the outside corner to make it 1-2. Moore struck out Scott to start off the bottom of the third. Now he has Schooley set up at 1-2. He winds and deals. And Schooley gets a piece of it and fouls it off to the first base side. That hit the dugout. That hit the netting above the dugout on the first base side, and looks like it's stuck on the roof, if I'm not mistaken. The 1-2 pitch. That's high. What's the policy of getting balls that are stuck on the roof? You go up there, Dave, or who goes? What's that? Good luck. Good luck. Got it. Could be all kinds of treasures up there. That misses a bit outside to run the count full. So yeah, if you have a ladder and a little bit of gumption, you might find some treasure up on the roof of these dugouts here. Full count pitch coming to Schooley. Bases empty, 1 out. Bottom of the third, and Schooley swings and misses. So 2 straight strikeouts to start off the third. Dexter Scott now is up. He walked his first time up back in the first. However, he got doubled up on a pop out to second to end the Mustang first inning. Strike. Whenever you get the lead, it's important next half inning to have a shutdown inning. That's exactly what Moore is doing thus far. Strike 2. Pumping in fastballs, throwing strikes. And he has a chance to strike out the side. With Scott now down 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Moravia 3, Davis County nothing. Bases empty, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Now the 1-2 pitch. Over but low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moravia 2-1 coming into this morning's matchup. Davis County 2-4 on a 4-game losing streak after winning the first 2 of the season. That's high to run the count full at 3-2. So Scott able to battle back after being down 0-2. So now the count is full, and McDaniel takes a deliberate slow walk around the mound. Now he's on the top of the rubber. The 3-2 pitch. Strike three called. Dexter goes down looking. And Moore strikes out the side to end the Mustangs' third. We'll head to the fourth. 3-0 Moravia on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here in Bloomfield, top of the fourth. Moravia batting, leading Davis County 3-0 in the opener of the Davis County Varsity Classic. And once again, errors have popped its ugly head here this morning at the ballpark. A mishandled fly ball on left and an error on a routine ground ball led to 3 Moravia runs in the third inning. And now Elias Bronson will lead things off for the Mohawks here in the top of the fourth. 8-9-1 due up for Moravia. First pitch fastball, a little bit outside, ball one. Bronson hit the ball hard on the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat, but it turned out to be a 6-3 double play turned by Scott. Check swing, no swing on the high pitch, 2-0. Schooley's delivery is a bouncer to third. Sizemore had that go between his legs and into left field. Bronson headed to second, and he's in there as an error starts things off here in the fourth. So Moravia with another threat mounted here in the fourth. Luke Long is the batter. He walked his first time up. He takes a pitch helmet high for ball one. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. First 2 innings, Davis County, great defense, and actually ended the first 2 innings via the double play. Check swing on the ball in the dirt. Bronson heading to third, and he is sliding safely. They appealed the swing by Long. They say no swing, so it's 2-0 to Long. Bronson at third because of the wild pitch. And Davis County, let's see if they're bringing their infield in. Looks like Scott is playing in. Peyton Schooley, however, is not. And there's a strike delivered by Houston Schooley to make it 2-1. And a 2-1 pitch fouled off at the plate. The evens the count at 2-2. Given how sporadic the Mustang offense has been the first week plus of this season, can't afford to fall too far behind. That's probably the thinking of head coach Todd White. Here's the wind and the next pitch to long outside to run the count full. Next pitch to long, a late swing, and he misses for a strikeout. So a key out number one for Houston Schooley as we go back to the top of the lineup, and Grantland McDaniel singled in the first, reached on an error, and later scored in the third. 3-0 Moravia, top of the fourth, a runner at third with one out. McDaniel pitches well outside, and Max Taylor was barely able to get a glove on it. It deflected into the left-hander's box, and Bronson decides not to try to advance from third. The Mustang infield remains in. The 1-0 to McDaniel, outside. Moravia's had plenty of traffic on the bases so far this morning. Took a little bit off that one and hit the outside corner for strike one. The 2-1. Low and outside, 3-1. Fairfield's already here. Or Van Buren is already here, I should say. Van Buren County warming up on the third base side. And there's ball 4 to McDaniel. That is the fourth walk administered by Schooley. And that changes things a bit. You figure McDaniel won't be at first for long. He'll be taking off for second. Cale Moore is the batter. A fielder's choice and an RBI single so far in his 2 at-bats. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, strike one. Surprised that McDaniel wasn't taking off from first there. The 0-1. Runner going, pitches in the dirt for ball 2. Throw back to second, not in time. That throw gets away from Sizemore, but Sizemore was able to get it before Bronson attempted to go to home from third. Pitch was called a ball. So the count is 1-1 to Moore. Now Moravia has runners at second and third with one out. Looking to add their 3-0 lead here in the fourth. The pitch. That's way upstairs. 2-1. The 2-1 delivery popped up foul behind the plate. It gets over the screen and out of play. Schooley had a strikeout earlier in the inning with a runner at third and nobody out. Could use another strikeout here with runners at second and third and one out. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. A lot of foul balls in this ball game. Home plate umpire Bill Anderson quickly running out of his supply of baseballs. The wind and another 2-2 pitch. A bouncer to the plate, blocked by Taylor. 3-2. Declan DeYoung waits on deck. So far he is 2 for 2 this morning. And the payoff pitch to Moore is fouled away to the first base dugout.
Ellis is doing a good job.
Full count to Cale Moore. Moravia 3, Davis County nothing. Top of the fourth. Long at bat between Schooley and Moore. Righty versus righty matchup. And a payoff pitch coming to Moore. Swing and a miss, and Moore strikes out. And a big strikeout for Schooley for out number 2. Threat not over yet. Here's Declan DeYoung, as I said, 2 for 2. A double in the first and a single in the third. He later scored, or his courtesy runner scored, back in the third inning. First pitch fastball over but low. 1-0 the count. Davis County infield now playing back. The pitch. That's upstairs, 2-0. This could be a lift for the Mustangs if Schooley can retire DeYoung and keep Moravia off the board here in the fourth. The pitch. Changeup is grounded up the middle. Diving attempt by Scott, the shortstop. It goes in center field. Scoring is Bronson, and right behind him is McDaniel. And Moravia adds 2 more, courtesy of the 2-run single by DeYoung, who is now 3 for 3 in this ball game, and now they lead it 5-0. So an out away from getting out of the jam. However, 2 more unearned runs score, and Davis County is in a 5-run hole now. Blake Helmick now bats. Very close stance. Runner goes from first. Pitch is taken high for the ball to throw to second. Not in time. So stolen base for DeYoung. 1-0 the count to Helmick. Changeup is bounced foul to the third base side. It's been a long outing for Schooley. This will be pitch number 76 with 2 out here in the fourth. Curveball gets away from Schooley. As that floated inside and Helmick ducked out of the way. Two and 1 to count now to Helmick. A runner at second with 2 outs. 2 runs in for the Mohawks. Strike. Two balls and 2 strikes to Helmick. DeYoung takes his lead from second. Popped up on the infield. Schooley calls for it as he tracks over to the third base line. Stumbles back a bit, but makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Moravia scores 2 more runs on 1 hit. An error in the inning, and 1 man left on. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It is now Moravia 5, Davis County nothing on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Nothing. Moravia leads it. Davis County once again in an early hole. 3-4-5 duo for the Mustangs, starting with Presley Cantrell, as Cale Moore struck out the side back in the third. He now has 4 strikeouts through 3 innings. All 5 runs for Moravia have been unearned. So we're ready to get started here in the bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch to Cantrell, taken upstairs for ball 1. Cantrell hit into a double play his first time up. He popped out to second, and the second baseman Long was able to double off Dexter Scott. That's hit high in the air and foul behind the dugout, out of play for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch, tomahawked, little floater that is caught by the second baseman Woodward behind the second base bag. And a little pop out to second. Starts off the Davis County 4th. Davis County has two hits so far in this ball game. Both came in the second inning. Back-to-back hits by Prevost and Settles. Fastball outside, ball 1. Taylor flew out to right his first time up. Looking to get something started with the Mustangs down by 5. There's a line drive in the right, but playing in was Martin, and is able to make the catch. So, I mean, not a bad hit by Taylor, but with the right fielder Martin playing in, he was able to put it away easily. Actually, beg your pardon, that's Chase Haynes now out there in right. Brett Prevost takes strike 1. Moore now on a roll. He's retired 7 straight. And now he has Prevost down 0-2. After that foul. Moore shakes his head multiple times. Now it comes set. 0-2 pitch, almost hit Prevost as he turned away from it. 1-2. Next pitch by Prevost, grounded back to the pitcher, Moore, and he flips the first to retire Prevost, and that is that. Davis County goes down quietly in the bottom of the 4th. We will head to the 5th, 5-0 Moravia on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Sun slowly rising as what was staring straight into the sun has become slightly more bearable here at the Mustang Sports Complex. Late morning matchup between Moravia and Davis County. Start off the Davis County Varsity Classic, and it's Moravia with a 5-0 lead as we play in the top of the 5th. Houston Schooley back on top of the bump. 78 pitches through the 4 innings. He's allowed 5 runs, but none of those runs have been earned. 3 Mustang errors have really hampered the Mustang cause. Chase Haynes will get us started here in the top of the 5th. This will be the first time he's batted with nobody on base. His previous 2 at-bats came with the bases loaded. He grounded into a double play back in the 1st, and then he popped out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 2. First pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Walks have been an issue for Schooley as well. The 1-0. That's hit high in the air behind the screen, foul, and that gets out of play. One and 1 to count to Haynes. As I said, Schooley has 4 walks and 4 innings pitched thus far to go along with 2 strikeouts. And there's a chopper to the left of the mound. Schooley pounces on it, guns the first. Nice play by Schooley to retire Haynes. So 1-3 on the putout, and there's 1 away. That's only the 2nd inning in which Davis County's been able to retire the leadoff batter in this ball game. Kason Woodward is the batter, and his at-bat was probably the most key at-bat in this ball game back in the 3rd. A swing and a miss. Woodward was batting with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Moravia led it just 1-0 at the time. And a ground ball that was mishandled by Scott, the shortstop, allowed 2 runs to score. And Moravia made it 3-0. They have since added 2 more runs in the 4th, and they now lead at 5-0. One ball and 1 strike to Woodward. Bases empty, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. The pitch. Curveball. You saw Schooley visibly slow his arm down there. That was either a curveball or a changeup. Now the 2-1 pitch. That's inside. 3 balls and a strike. Woodward batting left-handed versus the right-handed pitcher Schooley. And there's a grounder to Schooley, Peyton Schooley at second. And he casually throws out Woodward for the 2nd out. So now Blake Ewing will bat for the first time today. That pitch is low for ball 1. Because Xander Martin started and playing right field, Moravia did some major shuffling to their defense. The 1-0 pitch lifted in the air, right center field, tracking it and just missing it is McCoy in right. And going into second on the play is Ewing. So we're going to call that one a double. I don't know, being disagreed with here in the press box. That extends the inning to Elias Bronson. And Bronson takes a pitch high and inside for ball one. 5-0 Moravia. Mohawks looking for more here in the top of the fifth. And the 1-0. Little chopper to the left of the mound. Scott, the shortstop, throws to first, not in time, and rounding third, but slamming on the brakes and heading back to third is Ewing. Infield single for Bronson, who runs very well out of the left-hander's box. That puts runners at the corners for Luke Long. Schooling now at 90 pitches. And Long grounds that off the mound. It deflects towards Peyton Schooley. Throw to first is not in time. Luke Long legs out an infield single, and he gets an RBI as Ewing comes in to score to make it 6-0 Moravia. You just got to credit Luke Long in that play, hustling out. Didn't feel single. Now, Bronson left second early. A rundown between second and third, and Bronson is out after running out of the baseline. They call him out. Wait, hang on. Looks like they might have called a balk in the meantime. Never mind. The inning will end on a pickoff as Bronson is picked off after wandering a bit too far from second base. So we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. It is now 6-0 Moravia on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The small town charm with real world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hi, I'm Allison Engels, Senior Vice President at First Iowa State Bank of Bloomfield. Farmers and ranchers, when it comes to ag loans, you want to work with a bank and lender that speaks your language. Both myself and Joe Randolph are farmers as well, so we fully understand the agricultural economic business needs. We know the inputs and the outputs, the ups and the downs, the market, and every other obstacle that arises in farming. Come and see me, Allison Engel, or Joe Randolph with First Iowa State Bank of Bloomfield to discuss your ag lending needs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here in Bloomfield, Moravia leads at 6-0 over Davis County here in the bottom of the fifth. Mustangs set to bat. And they'll have to try to solve Cale Moore, who's been in a groove. He's retired the last 8 batters he's faced. And Josh Settles will start things off. Settles singled his first time up back in the second inning. In fact, he's been the last Mustang to reach base. First pitch breaking ball, missing outside ball 1. No runs, 2 hits for Davis County, and both hits were back-to-back singles in the second. Settles was the back end of that back-to-back singles. 2-0 to count the settles. Moore's next pitch is a line drive into right, and sliding and making the catch is Haynes. A solid line drive, but a nice play by Chase Haynes in right. Rob settles of a hit. So that brings up Noah Sizemore. He struck out looking his last time up. Davis County's had just 2 opportunities with runners in scoring position. Sizemore and the batter on deck, who is Houston Schooley. There's a line drive right to the shortstop McDaniel, and he puts it away for the second out. A pair of lineouts here in the 5th inning. You just curse your luck at this point. That's just baseball. Schooley grounded out to second his first time up. He looks at a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Moore's next pitch is delivered for a strike. Schooley batting left-handed against the right-hander Moore. And there's a little flare short center field, but it hangs up enough for Bronson to come in and make the catch, and another 1-2-3 inning for Cale Moore. We will quickly head to the top of the 6th. Moravia 6, Davis County nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
New pitcher in the game for Davis County is Dexter Scott. Houston Schooley is done after pitching the first 5 innings for Davis County, and he was not assisted by his defense. As Schooley gave up 5 runs on 9 hits of those 5 innings. None of those were earned. Schooley struck out 2, however, he walked 4. So Dexter Scott, who pitched very briefly in Game 2 of our doubleheader last night against Centerville, will probably get a more substantial outing here this morning. Top of the order, due up for Moravia, starting with McDaniel. McDaniel was standing at the plate when Bronson was picked off after leaving second a bit early and then getting thrown out in a rundown as there's a pop-up on the infield, and it is Peyton Schooley, the second baseman, in his tracks to put it away for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Dexter Scott, and the batter is Cale Moore. So officially, don't know if you're scoring at home, but if you are, the official score of that final out of the 5th inning for Moravia is 1-5-6-5 in that rundown. Moore pops that pitch up. Cantrell, the first baseman, comes in on the grass. and makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs. I would bet, with little money I have, that Declan DeYoung is not going to swing at the first pitch. You do not want to go down on 3 pitches in your half inning. DeYoung, by the way, 3 for 3 in this ball game, and he does take a pitch for a strike. Yeah, like I said, no way was he going to offer at that first pitch. But DeYoung, big game for him, 3 for 3 so far. Fastball outside, ball 1. A double in the first, a single in the third, and then a 2-run single in the fourth. There's a fly ball. McCoy came in, now has to go back, and that goes over his head. And that will be a double for DeYoung as he continues his monster game. Now 4 for 4, and he's standing at second with 2 outs. They teach you when you do infield, or when you do outfield, you want to take your first step back. But McCoy took his first step in, and that cost him. Don't know if he would have been able to reach it anyway, but would have been in much better shape if he took his first step back. Here's Blake Helmick. He swings at the first pitch, and it's a bouncing ball to Houston Schooley at short. He fumbles it, and now he'll just eat it. Schooley is the new shortstop, with Dexter Scott now on the mound, who was formerly the shortstop. And another error extends the inning. Chase Haynes now bats. Haynes made a nice sliding catch in right field in the last half inning. Runner goes from first, and Taylor just throws it back to Dexter Scott, the pitcher. As Helmick now stands at second base. Is there such a thing as fielder's indifference in high school baseball? Dave Mason shrugs his shoulders. I think just for the benefit, since the coaches keep their own stat, they just say, yeah, that's a stolen base. Even if the entire infield was taking a nap and laying down, and they let the runner take second to show the most indifference ever, they will still call it a stolen base. There's a foul off at the plate to make it 1 and 2. Six nothing Moravia, top of the 6th. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Haynes, who is 0 for 3 in the ball game, has another RBI opportunity. The pitch popped up in right field. Coming in is McCoy, and he's under it, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left on. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, Davis County gets the bats going. They trail 6-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein soybeans and local Davis seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustang!
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
I think that's more. Yeah, that is more. New pitcher in the game for Moravia as head coach Phil Helmick has gone to the bullpen, and it is Grantland McDaniel who now takes the mound. He was a shortstop, so he switches with the pitcher Cale Moore, just a simple switch. Moore was fantastic, 5 shutout innings, allowing no runs on just 2 hits. He walked a batter and struck out 4 through those 5 innings. He ended up retiring the final 11 batters he faced. So Davis County probably a little bit happy that Moore is out of this ball game. Just 60 pitches he needed to get through those 5 innings as well. And Quinn McCoy will take his first at-bat of the season. He swings and misses at the first pitch. McCoy took the place of Duke Scott after Scott struck out in the bottom of the 3rd. He's been put in the field ever since, and that pitch is low for ball 1. One pitch, cut on and missed by McCoy to make it 1-2. Peyton Schooley waiting on deck. Mustangs with just 2 hits through the first 5 innings. And a pitch. That's high. And McCoy swings and misses at the letter-high fastball, and he goes down swinging for the first out. Looks like we have a pinch hitter for Peyton Schooley. This is Victor Milner, who will hit for Schooley. Miller, a left-hander, and he takes a strike. Miller is an 8th grader. First at bat in varsity. Fastball inside, 1-1. Hit on the ground towards second. Woodward couldn't quite handle it. Looked like it was a routine play, but when he put his glove down, he picked it up, and the ball was still on the ground. So an error, the first error of the game on Moravia. Meanwhile, another pinch hitter comes to the plate, Mark Frazee, who we've seen on the base paths quite a bit here in the early going into season, will take his first at bat. Frazee bats for Dexter Scott. Milner takes his lead from first. And Frazee looks at a pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Milder takes his lead from first, and a strike delivered by McDaniel. That evens the count at 1-1. And Frazee swings and misses at the next offering to make it 1-2. Throw to first, and Milder is back safely. So I just did a little bit of math. And going back to that Game 1 doubleheader against Cardinal on Tuesday, mentioned that was the last time Davis County had a lead, as now the count is 2-2 after that high pitch to Frazee. It has now been 32 innings since Davis County has had a lead in a ball game. They trail 6-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch to Frazee, strike on the outside corner, and he is gone as he goes down looking. That's the second out of the inning, and here is Presley Cantrell. Milder remains at first. Cantrell 0 for 2, a pair of pop-ups. And Cantrell takes a strike. McDaniel coming in, pumping strikes out of the bullpen for Moravia. A swing and a miss by Cantrell. Snap throw to first, and Milder gets back safely. Oh, 0-2 to count to Cantrell. High fly ball, but foul to the left field side, and that gets into the Mustang bullpen. Count remains 0-2. Fairfield has arrived as well. They will take on Van Buren County in Game 2. You can watch that on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube page, as Shan Mokonen will bring you all the action. Cantrell rifles that past the diving Ewing and into left field for a base hit. Stopping at second is Milder. Probably the hardest hit ball we've seen here this morning off the bat of Cantrell. So he gets his first hit. First hit for Davis County since the second inning. And Max Taylor will look to get Davis County on the board with 2 outs. Taylor, a pair of flyouts to right in his previous 2 at-bats. That was against Cale Moore. This is his first at-bat against McDaniel, who pumps in a strike. Milder's the runner at second. Cantrell takes his lead from first. Moravia playing back. Still looking for just one more out. Off-speed pitch is taken for a strike. And it's quickly 0-2 to Taylor. And McDaniel's delivery gets past the catcher DeYoung to the backstop. Milder advances to third. Cantrell to second on the wild pitch. With a hit here, Taylor can get a pair of RBI. Actually, that's just entertaining right there, watching Cantrell rumble around third and head home. Please don't deprive us of that, Max. The 1-2 pitch to Taylor. In the dirt, that gets past DeYoung. Coming home is Milder. The throw at the plate, safe. Milder slides in ahead of the tag, and there's the first run for Davis County, scoring on the pass ball to make it 6-1. Cantrell took third on the play. So although my dreams of watching Presley Cantrell rumble around third and try to score on a hit into the outfield are dashed, Davis County does have their opening run. And Cantrell is 90 feet away from adding to the tally here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 to count now to Taylor with 2 outs. A grounder to third. Ewing, nice play staying low on the ball, and he throws it across the diamond to retire Taylor and end the Mustangs' 6th. Mustangs do get a run on 1 hit. There's an error in the inning and 1 man left on. We will head to the 7th inning. It's now 6-1 Moravia on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Chris Merle, owner of Hamilton Produce. We are proud to have served the community for over 90 years as your hometown locally owned farm and hardware store. We have everything from tractor parts, general hardware, calving equipment, dry shod boots, and Carhartt clothing. We are also your best source to get your smaller LP tanks filled. Stop in and see us just off the square in Bloomfield. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and keep up to date with our store and specials.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
6-1. Moravia leads it as the 7th inning rolls in. Dexter Scott, who needed just 10 pitches to get through that 6th inning, was able to pitch around a double and an error with 2 outs. He's back on top of the mound. Six, 7, 8 due up for Moravia, starting with Kason Woodward. He's 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out. He also reached on an error. And Dexter Scott's first pitch is a changeup that misses outside for ball 1. Woodward, a left-handed batter, versus the right-hander Scott. And the freshman throws that pitch past Woodward. Looked like another changeup. And it's 1-1. Next pitch, outside. 2 balls and a strike. Moravia 2-1 here early in the season. Last win was last night over Melcher Dallas, 12-0. That's outside to make it 3-1. We've seen some good and bad from the Mustang defense here today. Bouncer back to the mound, and Dexter Scott takes his time, flips it to first, and that's the first out of the 7th. Davis County in this ball game denied Moravia in the first 2 innings thanks to inning-ending double plays. However, in the 3rd inning, and there was a nice play by the third baseman Sizemore as well, going into the outfield grass and catching it over the shoulder. In the 2nd inning, first pitch strike delivered by Scott. However, in the 3rd inning, a mishandled fly ball and left, and then a routine ground ball to short. Was fumbled for an error. Turned into 3 Moravia runs. There's a high pop-up. Sizemore under it, drifting into fair territory. And it's a pop-out as he makes the catch for out number 2. And then 2 more errors on the Mustangs or I should say 1 more error in the 4th inning, which opened the door for Moravia to score another 2 runs. Bronson fouls that pitch off to make it 0-1. Bases empty, 2 outs, top of the 7th. 6-1 Moravia. And actually, the only earned run that Moravia scored was back in the 5th inning. Pitch outside, 1-1 to Bronson. Bronson, a nice player in the 8th hole for Moravia. Has lots of speed, left-handed hitter. Plays a good center field as well. He grounds that one to the left side. Sizemore stays down on it. Running throw. Nice play by Sizemore. And for the first time today, Moravia goes down 1-2-3. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance coming up for Davis County. They trail Moravia 6-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We're in the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for Davis County, trailing Moravia 6-1. Davis County got their only run back in the 6th inning after Victor Milder scored on a wild pitch. Prevost settles Sizemore 5-6-7 up here in Mustangs in their potential final at bat this morning. Prevost is 1 for 2. He singled and also grounded back to the pitcher. First pitch swinging, popped high in the air behind the plate, and then gets out of play. Davis County, 3 outs away from their losing streak extending to 5. That pitch is hit high in the air, out to left, coming in at first, now going back as long, and he makes the catch. So 1 out. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter coming up for Settles. It is Hudson Humphrey who will come at the bat for Settles. This is his first at-bat of the season. We've seen him as a courtesy runner as well, batting right-handed. Ball 1. Two familiar gremlins jumped up to bite the Mustangs today. There's a solid line drive into center. That finds some grass for a base hit. How about that, Hudson? That is how you endear yourself to the coach and maybe get a little bit more playing time as well. Another pinch hitter coming up, batting for Sizemore. This is Hayden Bankson. We saw Bankson bat yesterday as well. Bankson's a big man. He's a junior, batting right-handed. I like to see he, Prevost, and Presley Cantrell go to a buffet to see who eats the most. That's high for ball 1. Just a trio of large human beings that any restaurant owner must shudder at when they see him walking through the door. That's outside for ball 2. Humphrey with the hit. With 1 out, he stands at first. Just the 4th hit of the day for Davis County. Strike called in the inside corner as Bankson jackknifed out of the way. 2-1 to count now to the junior. McDaniel's on the mound. He allowed a run, an unearned run, back in the 6th inning. And that's a fly ball right in the tracks of the center fielder Bronson, who puts it away, and Davis County is down to their final out. So Bankson flies out to Bronson. And it will be up to Houston Schooley to try to extend this morning's ball game. Schooley is 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. Humphrey is being held by Helmick at first. First pitch, well inside, ball 1. McDaniel comes set and now steps off. And the 1-0 pitch, taken high, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 from McDaniel. And a solid line drive in the left as Schooley goes the other way to get his first hit of the ball game. So a pair of hits for the Mustangs here in the 7th. They trail 6-1 to Moravia, 2 outs, runners at first and second, and Quinn McCoy will take his second at-bat of the ball game. He struck out swinging to lead off the 6th against McDaniel, and he swings and misses here for strike 1. McDaniel threw nothing but fastballs past McCoy his first time up. There's another fastball. This time it's out to right, and Haynes is there to put it away. A solid line drive, but an out, and that ends the ball game. So Davis County falls in the opener of Davis County Varsity Classic 6-1. We will take a break and come back to tell you all about this one, as Davis County will play in the consolation game a little bit later this afternoon. Davis County falls to Moravia 6-1. We'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
The small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Looking to buy or sell real estate? Lincoln Lynch at Lynch Realty in Bloomfield is the guy to call. Lynch Realty is a family-owned business, and it's their policy to serve the community. Whether you are looking to buy or sell real estate or farmland, give Lincoln a call. And don't forget, he also owns Lynch Boys Auction Service, and they can help you with all your auction needs as well. For current listings or for more information, visit lynchrealtyinc.com. That's lynchrealtyinc.com.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein soybeans and local Davis seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs!
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
Corby and the team at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern. Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
This is Tim, owner of Slayton Polaris. We have seen a lot of changes since we opened our doors in 1988. One thing that hasn't changed is the way we treat our customers. We still offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has been our policy since we started the business. If you're looking for the best in off-road vehicles, I'd like to invite you to stop in and meet us at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Six to 1 is our final as Moravia defeats Davis County in the opening game of the Davis County Varsity Classic. And here's the totals of this ball game as Moravia opened the scoring in the third inning after Davis County with some good defense was able to deny Moravia in that first and second inning, an inning double play, 6-4-3 to end the third, and then a 6-3 double play to end the second. But then after Davis County was denied in the bottom of the second, Moravia was able to get on the board after a fly ball was mishandled and left. An RBI single by Kale Moore made it 1-0. And then a couple of runs scored on an error with the bases loaded by Dexter Scott, the shortstop, and that made it 3-0 Moravia. And after that, Kale Moore of Moravia got into a groove. He retired 11 straight batters at one point, stymieing the Mustang offense. In the meantime, Moravia was adding on. In the fourth inning, a two-run single by Declan DeYoung, who had a huge game. He was 4 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBI, as well as a stolen base and a run scored. That made it 5-0. And then Moravia made it 6-0 thanks to Luke Long. He hustled out an infield single for an RBI, and that made it 6-0. Davis County did score in a run in the bottom of the sixth. Victor Milder, who came in as a pinch hitter, I should say, he reached on an error and ended up scoring on a pass ball. That was Davis County's only run. And a special tip of the hat to Hudson Humphrey, his first at-bat as a varsity man. He got a line drive single in the seventh. Davis County was able to put 2 men on in the seventh, but they were denied, and Moravia ends up winning by the final score of 6-1. Winning pitcher of this game is Kale Moore. He was fantastic. 5 innings pitched, allowing no runs on 2 hits. He walked the batter while striking out 4. Losing pitcher is Houston Schooley. He allowed 5 runs. None of them earned on 9 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 2, but also was victimized by some very spotty defense behind him. He is the losing pitcher. Time of the game, 1 hour, 49 minutes here at the Mustang Sports Complex. And Moravia beats Davis County 6-1. They will play in the championship game to wrap things up here in Bloomfield. Davis County will play in the consolation game coming up after this game. That is both teams are warming up in front of us right now. between Moravia and Van Buren County. Davis County will play the loser of that game in a consolation matchup coming up a little bit later. So once again, our final score in the opener of the Davis County Varsity Classic, Moravia moves to 3-1 on the season with a 6-1 win over Davis County, while Davis County loses their 5th straight, and they now fall to 2-5. For Annie Argo, on-site producer, as well as Kyle Smith back at our studios in Ottumwa, this is Els Coacher saying so long from Bloomfield. This has been Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.